Hello there, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Today we are having a look at July 2026 for your money and career energies. We're going to quickly look at the astrological influences for your month ahead and pull some cards and see what energies are activating or perhaps coming to a close. We are kind of in retrograde energy in July. Mercury retrograde June 29th through July 23rd. Then we have Neptune retrograde at 4 degrees of Aries, July 7th until December 12th. And if you look at the numbers behind that, that's 7/7 until 12/12. So very interesting numerology behind that one. Pluto is already retrograde at 4 degrees of Aquarius and will stay that way until the middle of October. Saturn turns retrograde this month as well at 14 degrees Aries, July 26th through December 10th. We also have the nodes shifting. So they have been in the Pisces Virgo axis and now they will move into Aquarius Leo. So this can be really fun, really exciting, great time for bold, creative moves, taking the lead on things for your future, and perhaps even getting out there a little more and networking and socializing. This can really help your career, right? Go to trade shows and things like that, connect with people online, or maybe find ways to connect with businesses in your community, especially if you have a small business, right? Join a business association, that kind of thing. So that can be quite interesting. Middle of July, we do have very, very unique astrology going on, stuff that we have not seen, and everything is at like 4 degrees. So fours are representative of our stability, our security, our roots. Fours are related to Cancerian energy, right? Taking care of the house and the home and our family and our children and all that nurturing our goals and our dreams. So with this energy coming in the middle of July and all of these outer planets making in most cases some very supportive aspects, it can really be quite prosperous for some people. It can open doors of opportunity for other people. It can help us break away from things that just aren't working for us anymore, whether it's our belief systems, our train of thought, an actual job, a career path, right? A lot of people can be like changing careers entirely. It's like, I don't want to work for a big corporation anymore. I want to do something I love, right? Or, expand a home-based business, whatever it happens to be. So July 18th, Uranus at 4 degrees of Gemini is in a trine with Pluto retrograde at 4 degrees of Aquarius. July 20th, Jupiter is at 4 degrees of Leo, in an opposition. Okay, so be careful with this one, with Pluto retrograde 4 degrees in Aquarius. So Jupiter wants to expand. So does Aquarius, right? Aquarius is always kind of a few steps ahead of everyone else. And Pluto retrograde can be kind of pulling something back or saying, okay, but first we need to deal with something that's been hiding in the shadows. Same day, July 20th, Jupiter 4 degrees Leo in a trine with Neptune retrograde 4 degrees in Aries. And then Jupiter sextile with Uranus, so much potential with this one at 4 degrees of Leo, and Uranus will be by then 4 degrees of Gemini. So this can be quite explosive. Uranus is the modern day ruler of Aquarius, and it's the Great Awakener. It's the wild card of astrology, the father of Mercury, the sky god of astrology, right? So it can bring us some wild and unexpected things. It can bring us some really good things. Actually, Jupiter is our benefic, right? Jupiter expands things, though. So there could be something really quite explosive here that kind of shocks your system some way. This can be something in your workplace, or maybe something hopefully really fabulous with your money. A sun moves into Leo on the 22nd. We've got a full moon in Aquarius on the 29th. Same day, the sun is in conjunction with Jupiter, and this is in the sign of Leo. So, again, Leo wants us to have fun, but Leo is also about leadership and courage, confidence, letting your light shine. And the sun conjunct Jupiter is quite lucky. So this can be some really good stuff going on. And your planetary ruler, Venus, is moving into the sign of Virgo on July 10th and will immediately make a conjunction with the South Node, that is Virgo. energy there. So, so this can be a real focus on your daily work. And with Venus can bring you resources. It can also bring something to fruition. So it may be a time of harvest for some of you, whether that's opening the door to something new and fabulous, or whether that is actually bringing something and putting it in your bank account, right? Because you've been working hard, you've been waiting for something, right? And this can be really positive for you. So we do have a lot of really positive things going on in July. We do have the beginning of July, some bumpy energy with Mars in the mix. But it's all kind of like really focused on these outer planets in the middle of July. So it's a great time to make some change, or a great time to partner up with other people. But it can also be your path to being uniquely you and doing something completely different. And maybe something very unexpected, right? So a career out of the blue, a job offer out of the blue, an ending possibly out of the blue, but that frees you up for something better. Expect the unexpected, guys. So let's have a look and see what we've got. We've got the Death card there, so it's some Pluto energy. Thank you, Pluto and Aquarius. The Death card is change, transformation, evolution, growth. It can also be if you've been feeling, if you've been feeling like you've been down and blue and things haven't been happening for you. This can be an energy of rebirth. You're coming back to life. You may even find, because of course we are retrograde, lots of retrograde energy this month. Great time to take a step back, by the way. Have some fun, have a vacation if you can. But it is also the time when we say rebirth, it can be the rebirth of you coming back to life. It can also be a revival of something from your past, and like an old career path that you wanted to follow. A lost bank account all of a sudden may show up for you. Yay. That would be awesome. But it's just, something that is transforming us. But what it's doing here is it's lifting us up and it's moving us forward. So even if there is an ending somewhere in your world, whether it's something that you don't know about yet or something that you've already been dealing with, it's helping you to move forward into a better situation, right? A door closes, another one opens, and we just have to be willing to open it and take those steps forward. So the Death card can be very, very transformative in your world. It might be changes that you are not expecting, and it could be changes that you've been actively working on. Okay, but ultimately what it's doing, we are moving forward with this. You've got the Five of Pentacles. Now this is in your challenge position, okay, and this is already a challenging card. You are, I think, the fourth sign to get the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like this is, number one, the Five of Pentacles can be a loss. Okay, it can be unexpected bills. It can be money going out the door. It could be that energy of kind of living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, but this is what is set to change. It is also a lack mentality, or the feeling that things are passing you by. I should have been the one in line for that promotion. How come Karen down the hallway got it? I trained her. That should have been mine. Maybe it's not meant to be yours, right? This can be, maybe you see your family or your neighbors all, living their dream, living their best life, having high-paying jobs. But are they? Death card is ruled by Pluto, and it's a reminder that we never know what's going on behind the scenes. And those neighbors that you have with the brand new car in the driveway, and the landscaper that comes in to mow the lawn and all this kind of stuff, they might be one paycheck away from losing it all, because they're like max to the hilt, right? So that Five of Pentacles can be quite the trap to get into, right? Lack. We don't want the energy of lack, right? We want to turn this around, turn the script, okay? We want to focus on abundance and possibilities and resources and help and positive change, okay? Fives are a challenge, but they are also exciting opportunities for change. And you've got the Death card here leading the charge, saying this has to change for you to move forward. And there is this possibility of change here. Now, it often, of course, starts with our mindset. Life throws me a curveball, it throws me a problem. How am I going to look at this? Am I going to look at this as just something that's going to derail me and get me off track and just leave me in a fetal position on my couch crying? Or am I going to look at this as like, okay, what is the universe trying to tell me? Why is this here? I need to get past this thing. And I don't want to get stuck here. And this is where we start to dig ourselves out of this energy. Focus on the things that you are creating. Focus on the positive things in your life. You will find the light. You will find the resources. You will find the help. All right. But in our very real material world, yep, the Five of Pentacles, it's just this energy of not enough, or I'm putting all my money to bills and I don't really have a lot of stuff left over, right? So this is a challenging energy. But again, the Death card here overrides this energy. So something is changing, and it's changing for the better, and you have the power to change, right? And so that's what that Death card wants to remind you of. Now, of course, because the Death card is endings and beginnings, okay, births, deaths, okay, these kind of things. There could be an ending here. It will lead you towards a new beginning, but first you need to deal with the challenge. You need to work through this energy, okay? But the Five of Pentacles always reminds you that help and resources are available, but you may need to put your ego aside, okay? Sometimes the Five of Pentacles can represent some very stubborn energy, right? We don't want to lose face. We don't want to admit that we might need help. But sometimes that's exactly what we need to do to get past this challenge. We've got the Emperor, and this is your blessing. Now, the Emperor can be, number one, your energy, taking charge of a situation. You're not going to let this, you're not going to let this have control over you. You're going to regain control. And the Emperor is this energy of, I'm the boss. I'm in charge. I'm in a position of power and authority over my own life. I'm going to, accept willingly anything that life hands me and make sure that I make it work for me in some way, even if it's just learning a lesson, right? The Emperor is also an energy of strategy, and it is also a 4. The Death card is also a 4, right? It's card 13. Reduces down into a 4. And where do we have all of these planets lining up? 4 degrees of their respective signs. So 4 is a big, big deal. And of course, here, Libra, you enjoy balance and harmony. You like things to be stable on even footing and an even keel, even ground. You don't like chaos, right? You are the one that comes in to restore the status quo. And so this can actually be that energy that you are embracing. The Emperor can also be, because it's, again, blessings energy, right? It can also be a strategy, right? Find yourself in a financial pickle, develop a strategy to get out of it. It's usually a little easier than we see it being, because sometimes if we're really honest with ourselves, really truthful with ourselves, we print out a statement of our checking account, where are you wasting money? I bet you'd find something out there, right? But you could also see a financial planner, right? A financial plan, career plan, strategy there can set you free. The Emperor here can also, blessings, be a person in your life. Now, again, the Five of Pentacles, maybe we need to ask for help. So this can be a person, who is perhaps a business owner, big boss kind of person. Maybe this person, can, either they might be someone you connect with. It could be someone you already know. It could be someone new. But they're in your blessings position. So they're helpful. They're a good resource. So this can be, you standing up for yourself. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to take the bull by the horns. I'm going to go into my boss and I'm going to advocate for myself and ask for a raise. Now, with that Five of Pentacles there, okay, this is you asking for the help or resources that you need. And you could be getting a yes with that Emperor. But with that Death card in the mix, okay, we can also consider, especially it's because it's right beside the Five of Pentacles, we could consider the no might be the answer that you need to make the changes in your life that you need to make. Because perhaps you've been in a company and you've been giving your loyalty to a company, but you're not getting paid Five of Pentacles what you're worth. You go into your boss's office hoping for a yes, but maybe deep down your intuition is like, you need to move on because they don't respect you as much as you respect them, or as they don't care about you as much as you care about them, right? And so if you walk into your boss's office and get that no, that can actually be a blessing for you. Death card, because it creates this change. It can be that catalyst moment. And we've got some cataclysmic energy coming in here. And so it can be that catalyst for change, that kick in the butt that you probably needed, right? I've been there, and it's an eye opener. It's challenging to deal with, though. It's like, it makes you want to just kind of blow everything up and kind of walk out the door instantly. But of course, self-preservation might not be the best thing to do that, right? But that no can be a catalyst. So whether you get a yes or a no, it's still a blessing. But ultimately, it's you embracing your personal power and taking control over your situation, no matter what it is, right? That puts you in a better position than you are right now, even if it's curbing your spending. And we've got the Empress showing up here as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So the Empress, your planetary ruler, ruled by Venus, and Venus is already bringing you some blessings. And so, Venus also brings you resources, right? The planet of love and money, attraction, beauty, resources, creativity, new beginnings, abundance, and harvest, right? And she is right beside that Empress. So you got like a very balanced energy here of masculine and feminine. So a balance here of taking charge, being bold, being brave, and also being very receptive and very creative and very intuitive here with this energy as well. The Empress does bring you resources, right? So basically, if you ask or if you look, you will find what it is you need. All right. But the Empress does bring things to harvest. The Emperor is a great energy for opening your own business, running your own business, heading out on your own. It's also a great energy for showing up for something new, and you've got that backing of the fresh energy with that Empress. So whatever your situation is, your power to create is yours. Is wonderful. Maybe even something out of the blue. Let's get some more cards. Thank you. I am taking those. Okay, thank you very much. Flying out of the deck, the first one there is the Chariot. Taking control of your situation, moving forward in a positive energy, in a positive way, taking the bull by the horns there, people. But also, this is really cool. The Chariot is card number 7. Okay, we've got Neptune going retrograde on 7/7. Okay, so we've got another 7 thrown out here. But the Chariot, we only get our Chariot moving forward when we are in balance and alignment. We've got the black and white Sphinx at the bottom, right? This can be your yin and your yang, your masculine and your feminine. What do we have here? Your masculine and your feminine. This can also represent the white light of spirit, and the black can be the physical world. When the spiritual energy and the physical energy are in alignment, again, we move forward. Chariot is a great, great, great energy of getting things going. It speaks to your willpower, your drive, determination, your ambition, your willingness to break free and move forward. And it is a card of success. It's also one where the stars are aligning for you. So there's something here that is, number one, moving you forward. Okay, so if you've been feeling stuck, 5 of Pentacles, you might find that things are going to start to speed up for you in some way. This is also one of destiny, right? So you can be really getting yourself back on your destined path, or even recognizing that you have the power to change your destiny in a really positive way. It is Cancerian energy, and Jupiter has been in Cancer for a while, but also, and it's just moved into Leo not too long ago, but also all of these planets are lining up at 4 degrees, and for the fourth, that does relate back to the 4th house in degree astrology, which is Cancer. nurturing your goals, your dreams, your house, your home, your foundations, your stability, security, all these things, and you're making positive progress to that. Okay, so whether that's in your home itself or whether that's in your workplace, okay, maybe things have been chaotic in your workplace, you haven't had enough workers or maybe not enough work, right? And this is where things can change. Really powerful card, right? Really powerful energy. You got a lot of big energy here, Libra. A lot of big energy, right? You got the Death card, you got the Empress, you got the Emperor, you got the Chariot coming out. It's no small thing. It's big stuff, right? It's big stuff. So go with the flow and know that not everything is going to change overnight. Not everything will resolve overnight, okay? But there are actions that you can take to get the ball rolling a lot faster. Now, we also do have the Eight of Swords. We don't love seeing the Eight of Swords, but I feel like you're going to have a breakthrough. We've got the Page of Pentacles. This can be offers, opportunities. We've got the Ace of Swords. That is a huge yes card. And we have the Hanged Man. But you might need to wait a while, or you may need to let go of some kind of expectation or preconceived idea. All right. The Eight of Swords, trapped, restricted, we're feeling stuck. Okay, but then we've got some breakthrough energy coming in here, which is exactly what our little friendly planets are bringing us this month as well. So the Page of Pentacles, this can be the quest for knowledge. So maybe you need to get some more information before you make some changes, or so that you can get things back on track. Page of Pentacles, the pages do quite often bring news. They also bring something new. Okay, so new information, new opportunities, new doors opening for you. This can be gifts and offers. It can be some incoming money or resources. The Ace of Swords, maybe a really positive communication. So again, for some of you, if you aren't getting paid what you're worth, or maybe you've got not enough employees, or you go out on a job interview, this can be some really positive feedback coming your way. The Ace of Swords, new ideas, big ideas, epiphanies, aha moments, really good communication, and incoming communication there as well. Like I said, big yes card. Maybe a little bit of luck. Aces bring new energy, fresh perspectives, improvements, and they also, of course, bring some luck, right? Who can use a little bit of that? So you could get a lucky break. You could really find yourself in a situation where you are speaking, communicating incredibly well, so that you get the outcome that you're looking for. Now, with the Hanged Man showing up here, okay, you may need to, it's all about perspective, okay? So the Hanged Man, if you turn upside down, you're looking at things from a different perspective, a different point of view, you're also opening yourself up for different answers, different information, different possibilities. It's an energy of enlightenment, because we've let go of needing to control the outcome or our environment, and this brings us in an energy where we're more open to different things. We're also open to a deeper level of understanding. But the Hangman is also about surrender, sacrifice, and letting go, right? So that so that we're releasing our baggage. Right? So we're breaking free, right? Probably out of here, this Eight of Swords energy. We're breaking free, so that we can have a breakthrough. All right. So this can be really wonderful energy. You could have an idea, a business idea, Page of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man, you're like, okay, Mercury's retrograde right now. I'm not ready to jump right in yet. I need to make a business plan, or I need to do some research, but I've got this great idea and I think I can make something of this. Or I find this new job online, but it's something a little different than maybe I'm used to doing. But you know what? It feels good. It feels right. Sleep on it, Hangman, right? Sleep on it a little bit. I wake up the next day and yeah, this is what I want, right? This is what I can do. And again, you've got so many big energies coming out here. They're all working for you, all working with you. And it can be a little bit unpredictable. Okay, it might even be a little bit scary for something, right? Especially if you're like kind of really just speaking your truth there with that Ace of Swords. You're getting things out in the open. Let the chips fall where they may, right? But I do feel like there's some sort of discovery that you may have going on. Let's get a couple last messages here for you. I see growth. I see improvements. I see a big turning point for you from lack to abundance. So I feel that page of that Five of Pentacles, even though it's here, it's not here for long. So it may be something that you've already been going through. It's probably not something brand new. And we have unity, partnerships, unity, things coming together, people helping people, partnering up with the right business, the right opportunity, the right people, whatever it happens to be. A time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love and also great possibilities with that one. And we have dragonfly. Love it. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. Okay, dragonfly is card number 8. 8 is about abundance, infinite possibilities, flexibility, and adaptability. So again, be open, be flexible, be adaptable, but be ready for some action. But abundance is the name of the game. So I'll leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If you enjoyed your reading, please do hit that like button, the thumbs up. It does help my channel. It helps everything get seen. All the interaction from you does help my channel grow. So I thank you for that. Free for you, by the way. Subscribe, share, leave a comment down below. But I thank you for watching. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic July, and I will see you guys later. Bye.